the biggest challenge I have of letting things go when it comes to my parents is from the first moment I saw my son, you know, seconds after he was born, I realized in that moment there was nothing that he could possibly do. And same thing for my daughter. There was nothing that either one of them could possibly ever do that could make me not love them and not want them to be in my life and not want to be a part of their life. And the day that my parents, not for want of a better word, but in these words, told me they did not want me around, they did not want to be in my life, they did not want me in their life. It didn't hurt so much then as it did all those years later when I became a dad. Because remembering that back then I did not have that emotional connection. There wasn't that back and forth emotion and love and exchange of, closeness that most families, most parents have with their kids. But all those years later, in that moment, maybe not in that moment, but a little bit later when I really thought about it, it really hit me that you have to really be in a cold, dark, terrible place to be able to, I don't care how old they are or what they've done, but you have to really be in a cold, dark, terrible place to turn your back on your kids. And that's just something that I've had to let go. I've had to forgive them for that. I don't understand it, but I've had to forgive them for that. And that definitely affects the way that I parent and the kind of father that I am, is that I want to have that emotional connection with my kids. I want them to be in my life. I want to be in their life. And in my mind, I can't even wrap my mind around a reality where anything other than that would be possible for me. And because I love those two little kids, and like most of you that have kids, you get tired, you need a break, they wear you down, but I love those kids. I love my family. I love my wife and my kids. I need them more than I need my next breath. And I just don't understand a scenario where anybody could feel different. And I know it's definitely one of those situations where you don't know until you're in their shoes, and I get that, but I just, my parents weren't bad parents. They did the best with the tools that they had available. And if they weren't loved and they weren't shown affection, then they didn't know that was part and parcel of what you're supposed to do as a parent, is to show love and affection, to make that connection. And I'm just thankful to God that He allowed that to come so naturally to me when it came to them. And I can tell already at 3 years old, there's that emotional connection with my boy. And even at 15 months, 16 months, there's that emotional connection with my daughter. And You know, it's just, that's so important to me. That's such a big part of what makes me who I am today, is being the father I want to be, being the husband I want to be. And I want to be like my parents, but better, because they were good people, parenting with the best tools that they had available. And I want to be like them, but better. And I just hope I'm doing that. I'm hoping that the lessons I learned from them when I was younger, and the lessons I learned through my relationship or lack thereof with them as I was older, I hope those things are making me like them, but better. And that's just what I want when it comes to that, is to be like them, but better.